And we've gotten some word that guys are a little disappointed it's not Jerry Jeudy rather. Here's a look at Jerry Jeudy's numbers: 157 receptions, 9295 yards, 9 touchdowns, 41 games played. It's 56, 57 yards per game. And the thing I would say is Jerry Jeudy had his best year by far last year. So it's not beyond the realm to think that Elijah Moore has that kind of breakout year with the Browns this year.
Yeah, it's not far-fetched at all to believe that. Elijah Moore is not remotely close to reach his ceiling. And if you look at, some of the guys that he's close with A.J. Brown, obviously, because they played together at Ole Miss. Same with DK Metcalf. And they believe Elijah Moore is a fantastic football player. A lot of Browns players you can already see on social media are very happy with this move. I really think Elijah Moore is going to be that guy that Deshaun Watson really looks at, not only as a security blanket for someone that can just make consistent plays, because Elijah Moore brings a burst in athleticism to this Browns offense that we really don't have. We were hoping that would be Anthony Schwartz. It has not worked out the way that we would all hope. And I would have loved Jerry Jeudy too. I have made that very clear. I would have been really happy with him. But Elijah Moore ended up being cheaper because of the fact that you didn't have to give up a player in this deal. The Browns got a third-round pick too, even though it cost pick 42. Jerry Jeudy was way more expensive than that, and you would have owed him a contract extension pretty much once you traded for him. So what that means that, a good chance you don't even extend Donovan Peoples-Jones, and you have to possibly move on from Amari Cooper after this year. With Elijah Moore, you have a lot more options now and moving forward.
The other thing is, view it this way. They traded back from 42 to 70 whatever, and they picked up Elijah Moore. That's basically how this trade works out. And that's a guy that, if he's in this year's draft, he's one of the first wide receivers taken in this year's draft. Not the first, but he would be a first-round pick. The draft he was in was a lot deeper for wide receivers. The other thing, Tyler, the thing that, and I know this guy gets deep, the thing that I'm looking for is scramble drill with Deshaun Watson, because he has that quick twitch. But even more importantly, this is a guy like Tyreek Hill. Get him the ball and let him go in open space and let the defense go. This is a problem.
Yeah, Elijah Moore is going to be a mismatch for anybody in the NFL because of, like you mentioned, Dave, he's a guy that if a quarterback is struggling, like pressure, he will make something out of nothing and get open. He has the ability to separate at an elite level, regardless of how small he is and his stature. That really means nothing when it comes to being able to separate. And that's why I firmly believe he might become Deshaun Watson's favorite target for that reason. And Elijah Moore just brings that explosiveness to the Browns offense that we've needed. That's why so many fans, including myself, wanted Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy's a bigger receiver and also shows an elite level of separate. But Elijah Moore, he fills a need at slot, but also he can move to the outside. And if the Browns want to get David Bell more reps, and at times they want to put David Bell in the slot, Elijah Moore outside, there's so many combinations that Kevin Stefanski is able to work with. And now you have more depth at that position. I think we've talked about it pretty much all offseason. The Browns needed to upgrade the wide receiver position. We saw McCole Hardman. He signed with the Jets. Just half hour, I think, before this trade went down. And I was wondering, if the price point's so low, why doesn't Andrew Berry go get him? Well, Andrew Berry was swinging for a bigger addition than just McCole Hardman, and he got it. And you're only adding Elijah Moore to this offense, but I think David Bell is going to have a really good second year. Keep in mind, he was only a rookie and battled some injury. But I think they're going to also draft another guy in a draft class that on day 2 of the draft in the 3rd round, there will be players available that the Browns could look to take.
Yeah, it's kind of that 2nd, 3rd, 4th round is the sweet spot for wide receivers in this class.